Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order, and we will start with oral communications. We're going to give 15 minutes. I have so many of them. We'll go with the 2 minutes, and then we will have another 15 minutes at the beginning of the 4:30 meeting, and then the rest will go at the end of the meeting because we have a 21 agenda item. We'd like to hear from everybody. You can use the 2 minutes if you want. You can be precise and allow more people to speak. So let me start with Brandon Byler.
I'm just going to be really short and keep it under a minute. My name is Brandon Byler. I've been a police officer here in your city for 7 years. I'm a field training officer, and I am on our hostage negotiation team. And I bought my house in the city about 5 years ago. I live about 5 minutes away from the police station. I recently got a job offer from another police agency with a considerable increase in compensation. There's no way that I could possibly turn that down considering family, wife, the kids that I have yet to have had. And I just want you to know that we've been telling you for years that people are going to leave. Unfortunately, it looks like I didn't think that I would be one of those people, but I probably am going to be one of those people. I received a job offer last Wednesday. And you got a guy here who, I'll never say a bad thing about the Escondido Police Department. I love the agency. Mahar treats us well, the command staff treats us well, the sergeants treat us well, the agency is great. There's no reason that I want to leave this city. When I came here, I expected to work my entire 30-year career here, but it looks like I am leaving, and I wanted to put a face to the statistics when Mahar is in there saying, hey, these are the amount of officers that are leaving, and there's more following me as well. So I leave just very sad, very upset because I feel like I shouldn't have to, but there's no possible way, considering my family, that I could leave, considering just the egregious difference in compensation between here and almost everywhere else in the county, in 4 counties. And that's it. I'm going to keep it short and shut up, and if you guys have any questions for me, I'll be happy to answer them.
Thank you, Mr. Byler. We appreciate it. Okay, Lisa Prezzo.
My name is Lisa Brazil. I'm a resident of Escondido. I'm here to express my displeasure and disbelief regarding the pay raises that were recently given to the highly compensated upper management employees of the city. I believe I am not only expressing my own outrage, but the outrage of the overwhelming majority of residents when I say it is wrong to give raises to the city's most highly compensated employees in this economy when the city's rank-and-file employees over the last many years have been forced to take cuts and make sacrifices while being told you should be thankful to have a job. It is wrong to give raises to highly compensated employees while cutting rent subsidies to senior citizens. It is wrong to give raises to highly paid employees while cutting recreation programs for our kids. It is wrong to give big raises to the upper management while George Weir fills potholes at his own expense. And it is wrong to give lucrative raises after the residents came here and begged you to save our library, and we're told there's no money to run it, so the city must close it. You have essentially taken our library and stuffed it in your pockets. But mostly it is wrong to give these pay raises because of the damage it has caused the city's management reputation with the tax-paying residents of the city. Based upon the financial picture drawn by city management over the last many years, the residents have been asked and forced to accept fee increases and make sacrifices in the name of the common good. Apparently, those sacrifices do not extend to the city's highly compensated upper management. If you believe the taxpayers would prefer you give raises to city management rather than keeping the library open or even hiring one more police officer, then you have completely lost touch with the people you serve. In closing, the action of the city manager in handing out those raises has created a crisis of credibility for the city council and staff. It was wrong to give out these raises, and if your credibility with the citizenry is of value to you, then you should do something to correct this situation immediately and make sure it does not happen again. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We need to move on. We have 15 minutes. You're going to take time from your colleagues, and you're not going to give them an opportunity to speak. So let's have a big round of applause at the end of the communication. So I think that would be a good compromise. Karen Taji.
Good afternoon, Mayor, council members, city staff. My name is Karen Taget. I'm the secretary for the Escondido City Employees Association. First, I would like to publicly thank Chief Jim Mahar for supporting his employees and delaying his pay increase. His consideration has not gone unnoticed. Last year at a council meeting regarding the impasse of last year's contract offer, the only sticking point stopping the ECEA from agreeing to the offer was the 1.68% punitive furlough that was being charged against our members. We asked that this percentage, at a cost of $105,000, be rescinded so we could be at the same 5% furlough as the rest of the City Hall employees. We were told that the budget just could not be stretched to accommodate the request, and the contract was imposed on us. It's obvious now, with the executive pay increases, that it wasn't a matter of couldn't, but wouldn't. You would not agree to treat the employees equally, even though you obviously had the means to do so. Instead, staff used their squishy math to convince the employees and the public that the city was in much more dire condition than it really was. Services have been cut, facilities have been closed, and step increases have been denied, while the executive management accepts pay increases completely out of touch with the current fiscal climate and the personal and professional sensitivities of their fellow employees. We respectfully request that going forward, the council cease the "we value all our employees" lip service. It's obvious the memo has not reached the executive staff offices. There are many executive managers that I like on a personal level and enjoy working with in a professional capacity, which makes these pay increases even more devastating. As we get closer to our newest round of negotiations, I believe our members will take all this into consideration when they vote on a new package. Now that the mantra of the ECEA not being cooperative enough has been exposed as a fraud, we look forward to working with the other employee groups to keep the city honest in its dealings with employees and public alike. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's go. Ralph, Denise. Excuse me. Ralph, go ahead. Ralph, Denise.
Good afternoon, Honorable Mayor, city staff, council members. My name is Ralph Janice. I'm president of ECEA. And when I first heard of the pay raises, it was shocking. I thought we were all in this together, the concessions all together. When I spoke to a number of the council members, I was told that we would look forward to getting all the concessions, not all the concessions back, but piece by piece, eventually over some time. And to see the pay raises come is a bit of a shock. At last year's impose, it was shocking to hear the city side and explain to the council how we'd only be taking a 4% raise if we did it their way, but somehow now we're almost over 10. You've been fed half-truths many, many times over, and I'm hoping that you see the light, to see what's going on, and see how it's not only affecting the employees, but the citizens here at the city. I ask you to do the right thing, and also to do what that sign says as you walk into the front door, follow the golden rule. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Juliet, excuse me, but we got to get going here. Juliet Barnes.
Good afternoon. My name is Juliet Barnes. I'm a detective with the police department. I've been with the city for 8 years. It costs a minimum of $100,000 to hire and train a new police officer. There are dozens of hours spent on a thorough background investigation, nearly 7 months in a police academy, 16 weeks in a field training program, and at least 2 to 5 years for that officer to become truly proficient in their duties, which includes hundreds of additional hours of training. This is for one police officer. In a survey we conducted this week, we have 20 officers ready to leave this agency or already attempting to do so because of our current conditions, and we already have 17 vacancies. This is a value that cannot be replaced in just hiring new cops, especially when we have the highest standards in the county. Just because hundreds of people dream of being a cop does not mean they are qualified to be one. One lawsuit for officer misconduct for hiring someone with lesser standards would cost this city far more than the restoration of the current frozen steps and benefits. A financial audit of the city shows that Escondido's financial crisis is over and there are unrestricted funds that could be used. We may not agree on how it should be spent, but let's not pretend there isn't any money. This is the time that the council needs to step up and do the right thing, applying some of those reserve funds for the benefits of our citizens and our employees. Keep your balanced budget, but make a choice to use your unrestricted reserves towards the preservation of the way of life expected and valued in this city. We have given your citizens 100% of our efforts, so why haven't you? Mr. Phillips justified providing raises to city management staff for reasons including recruitment, retention, and redistribution of workload. The recruitment, retention, and redistribution of the officers protecting this community should be the highest importance, since losing officers will decimate our police department and we will no longer be able to provide the quality of service to protect the citizens the way they expect and deserve. Mr. Phillips' words have become meaningless and empty. Your employees and your citizens have lost confidence in his leadership, and now we question yours. It's time to leave the politics at the door and do the right thing. Unfreeze benefits and make all city employees whole.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Mike Connor. Look, I want to hear from you. You need to follow the council meeting rules. This is to conduct business. I want to hear from you. Please allow your colleagues to listen. Please don't clap at every single speaker. Wait till the end. We will appreciate it. This is to your own benefit. Mike O'Connor.
I don't come here as a city resident. I'm a resident of Valley Center. I served 32 years for the Escondido Fire Department. And over the 32 years, my patriotism has come strong in what this country is all about, serving the city of Escondido and being in the United States Navy. Grew up in New York City. And what I don't understand is today is a statement of what America's all about. You asked these workers and citizens to take a pay cut, to take all it, and times are going to get good, and then we'll take care of everybody. I watched that happen for 5 years. I wanted to stay on, but my wife made me retire. I would still be on the job today. The cuts keep coming and coming. And then the first thing out the door when I come back from vacation is that Clay Phillips gives a raise to the person that negotiated these contracts, along with the police chief, the fire chief, and a couple others. My commendation is to the police chief. I wish it was the fire chief, but the police chief for turning that down. And everybody else should do the same thing. If we're all in this together, then we have to be in together. We're as Americans. And I'm really appalled that you won't let these people clap. We have all the time in the world, Sam, all the time in the world to discuss these issues. This is America. There's no alarm clock set on America. It wasn't happening all those years when our patriots went to war to defend that flag. And I'm here to defend Americans here today as the working man and as people and as citizens and taxpayers, that this is wrong leadership to display across America. And I hope America hears this tonight through what's going on here. Why would you give pay raises to bounty hunters, to cut benefits of all these people here, and then give the first raise to management? That's appalling. Simply appalling, Sam. And Clay, you too. Olga, I commend you for bringing this all the time. This is America, folks. Do the right thing. We all are in this together. And stand up and cheer, everybody.
Okay.
Stand up. Stand up. Mike, you should stand up too. Olga, you should stand up too. This is America. We all stand up. Never tell me I can't clap at any public hearing.
The oral communication period is ended, and we will come back at 4:30. Thank you.